The Family Life Kids Corner podcast is made possible by listeners like you.
Hey Joel, counting your money, I see.
Yep, I heard today's episode is about being rich, so I figured I'd take stock of my assets.
Uh-huh. Do you even know what that means?
Nope. I just heard Dad say it when he was doing his taxes.
That's what I thought. I'm gonna listen to the Kids Corner.
The desert world of Solitis. Home to sand, giant invertebrates, and most important of all, the seasoning. It's said that he who controls the seasoning controls the galaxy, which might not be true, but I didn't come up with it. Cut me some slack. Across the stars, factions, kings, and dark societies vie for control of this hostile world, for the power of the seasoning. But not all who come here seek to control the envy of the Empire. There are those who seek a different treasure, a treasure that once flowed freely on the surface.
According to the charts, we should be nearing the next site, Highness.
Is that it over there? That big rock?
That's the place. Got your hydro suit ready?
Yeah. Want me to get that zipped up for you?
I'm good. Bringing the hopper down for landing. Hold on.
All ashore that's going ashore.
Highness?
Oh, just something we say on my world when we get off of boats.
Boats?
Never mind. Need help carrying anything?
No, just keep an eye open for the giant leeches while I take my readings. I have a feeling we're going to find something soon.
Oh yeah. Any reason you're so sure?
Well, it may be nothing, but the people of this planet, the Azure, they have a legend about this formation. They say that water lies hidden here from before the Empire, before we had ever heard of the seasoning.
Can we trust these legends?
I don't know. Time will tell. Myth or not, we have to see for ourselves.
Stay where you are. No further shall you step.
Or we could go home.
Greetings. I am Duchess Rachel Apollos, and this is Dr. Olivia, environmentologist.
The doctor is known to us. Long has she walked among us. You, I do not know. You are a despoiler, a plunderer of the sands, seeking only the seasoning.
That's where you're wrong.
Are you suggesting that your presence on this planet has nothing to do with the seasoning, Mirage?
Well, that may have had a little to do with why I'm here. But hear me out. I have since learned that there is greater wealth than mere seasoning hidden within the dunes of Solitis.
That's right. We are seeking the treasure of your people. We hear there may be great stores of water hidden here.
You know of our secrets?
So it's true.
Can she be trusted?
I would trust the Duchess with my life.
Very well. But she must first take part in the ritual.
Ritual?
Indeed. Start up the radio.
Hello? Anyone out here?
Over here, Sam, behind the tomatoes.
Whoa! These are huge! Your whole garden is doing really well.
Thanks. Want to bring that basket over? This one's full.
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Thanks. So, what have you been up to?
Oh, you know, the usual. I took a book out from the library that I've been enjoying.
That's good. What's it about?
It's one of those space books about desert planets, political intrigue, laser guns, and prophecies.
Ah, one of those.
Mm-hmm. You know, I have to say, earlier this year when you were talking about this new automatic watering system, I thought you were a little crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah, it just seemed like a lot for a garden, but look at it now.
It was a pretty big investment, but I have to say, I'm pleased with the results.
Well, speaking of investing, it looks like we have a couple Turtle Scouts heading this way. Hope you're ready for a sales pitch.
Yes, pie season.
Good morning, sir and madam.
Sorry, girls, not interested. And it's Miss Not Madam.
Oh. How about you, Mr. Jacobs?
Yeah, we've got all sorts of flavors. Sweet, sour, savory, all kinds.
Just leave the brochure in the house, girls, and I'll take a look later.
But you will be buying some, right?
Perhaps.
But aren't you hungry? I mean, just look at these flyers. We've got your favorite.
Tone it down, Rachel. We don't want to scare him off.
But we haven't sold one pie this whole week, Olivia. We're never going to get our Pie Tycoon badges at this rate.
Kind of a dry spell, girls?
You can say that again. People just aren't buying Turtle Scout pies like they used to.
Yeah. Don't people know a good deal when they see one? Don't they know that this is a limited time deal? And once they're gone, they're gone. Until next time?
They seem to be trying all the tricks in the book, don't they?
I was noticing that. How about this, girls? You help me with my harvest, and I'll take a look at the catalog and pick a couple orders.
Done. Where do we start?
There's still a few tomatoes left, and after that, the green beans look like they could use some tending.
All right, here's the catalog. Let us know if you have any questions.
Well, if you all are going to be busy, I'm going to listen to the radio.
Whew, that's another basket of tomatoes. Do they ever end?
I think that might be the last basket, Olivia.
Great. How's that Turtle Scout pie order coming, Mr. Jacobs?
Still looking. You were right. There are a lot of options. Moving on to the green beans now?
Yup. This had better be worth it.
He said that he would make a couple of orders for us. Sounds worth it to me.
Right, but we've been picking his vegetables for half an hour now, and he still hasn't made a decision, Rachel. What if he decides to buy the cheapest 2 things in the whole magazine?
It's 2 more sales than we've had all week.
That's true.
Hey, girls, what's going on over here?
Oh, hi, Sam. Rachel and I have been discussing if all this picking of vegetables is worth it.
Yeah, we're spending all this time doing all of this garden work, but we don't know if Mr. Jacobs will buy enough from us to make it worth our time.
Good things to think about.
You think so?
It's always a good idea to know what you're getting in return before you invest in it.
Invest?
Sure, invest. You know, it's when you use something to get something else. Good investments get you something more valuable than what you gave, and bad investments are when you get something less valuable than what you gave.
Like what?
Well, like this garden. Mr. Jacobs invested work, time, and money into it, and in return, he's getting all of these vegetables. But if you think about it, anything can be an investment. I've been spending time reading a book lately, and out of it, I get to enjoy a good story.
So that's a good investment?
I think so.
You think so?
I haven't finished the book yet, so it's hard to say.
I wonder what God thinks.
I don't think God reads books.
No, I mean, what does God think is a good investment? Like, is there a Bible verse about it or something?
Good question. I'll ask Mr. Jacobs.
Ooh, ask him if he's got a drama script to explain.
Wait, why am I asking? Can't you do that?
We've got to keep picking these beans.
And listening to the radio.
All right, I'll be right back.
And now, from the garage of Lionel Jacobs comes the crafty drama, The Cunning Pirate, an adapted biblical parable about wisdom. Once upon the 7 seas, there was a particularly brutal pirate captain.
You best be laying down your arms and handing over your swag.
This pirate captain was well known for her habits of raiding ports all over the Caribbean, but sometimes she ran into a problem.
Ahoy, I've come for all your doubloons.
But we don't have any.
A likely story. Hand it over or I'll feed you to the sharks.
But it's true. You raided us last week and burned down our bank. See? We haven't had time to rebuild.
Yes, I thought it looked familiar. I had better hire a shipmate to keep track of where I've raided lately. Carry on. We'll be back when you've rebuilt.
Oh, okay. Bye?
And so, true to her word, the captain hired a secretary to keep track of all the fine details like money and schedules.
I'm more of a quartermaster.
Because you keep track of all the coins?
Sure. That's why.
And for a time, the pirate captain's business was very good. The quartermaster managed a list of ports and scheduled attacks in a way to maximize profits.
We're rich by sticking to the schedule. We'll be quadrillionaires by the end of the story.
Aye, Captain, if not sooner.
But what the captain didn't know was that though she was making more money than she had ever dreamed possible, the new quartermaster was making even more money.
She what?
It would seem that the quartermaster was giving herself a double portion of the loot and was becoming much richer than anyone else on board.
Why, that little sneak, just you wait till I find her. There's a keel in need of some hauling, methinks.
This isn't good.
Fearing the captain's wrath, she went back to her cabin to plan her escape.
I've got to get off this ship, but where will I go? All of the towns know that I am a pirate, and they'll string me up as soon as I set foot ashore. Unless...
She then opened up her schedule book and started changing the dates.
Raiding this town in 4 weeks? How about in 4 years? Yes, much better. What about this one? Let's change that to a couple decades. That should do it.
By the time she was done with the schedule, she had made sure none of the ports on the map would be raided for years, if not centuries.
That was rather nice of you. How can we ever thank you?
Let me stay over sometime?
For a hero like you, anytime.
And after a few years went by without a single raid, the captain finally started to catch on.
That quartermaster was a smart one, to be sure. What a cunning pirate.
The moral is that God has given us gifts like time, abilities, and property, and He expects us to use them wisely. Sometimes we can be tempted to use our gifts to try to get ahead in this life, but God tells us the better choice is to use them to gain things that go beyond this life, because in the end, what good is it to gain a world's worth of riches and lose your soul?
All right, Mr. Jacobs, that's the last of the beans.
Wow. Great job, girls.
Thanks. I did have a couple questions about the drama, though.
Okay, Rachel, what's on your mind?
First off, that story was based off of a parable in the Bible?
Yep, Luke 16.
Okay, and God wants us to... I'm sorry, could you explain what the moral was again?
Yeah, all I got from it was, if you get caught doing something wrong, you need to be tricky enough to make sure that you can get away with it.
That's an easy conclusion to come to, but I don't think that's what God was saying in this story. The lesson was, as crafty as the thief was with the things she had, we need to be crafty with what God has given to us.
It's like what we were talking about before, investing stuff.
Right, Sam. In Matthew 6, God tells us not to invest in stuff that won't last. Things on earth like wealth, fame, and happiness aren't forever. Eventually, we all will die, and all of those things won't be ours anymore.
Kind of a bummer.
But the good news is that there are other things we can invest in that last forever.
Really? Like what?
How about love, patience, or self-control?
Gentleness, kindness, faithfulness.
Joy, peace, goodness?
This list sounds familiar. Is that a Bible verse?
Oh, wait, that's the fruit of the Spirit.
That's right, Olivia.
But how do we invest in those things? You can't use your money or time to get peace or faithfulness, or can you?
That's an interesting question. What can you do with the things God has given you here on earth to help the fruit of the Spirit grow into treasures we'll be able to enjoy forever?
Maybe investing time and energy to help others? That's kindness.
Or giving gifts to those who can't afford them? Would that be joy?
Or love or goodness. I found when it comes to serving God, all of the different parts involved get all mixed into each other, working together to show the world the light of God's power and love.
Sounds exhausting to me.
Maybe. But even though it can be a lot, God has promised that the more we give, the more He will give us in return.
And where does He say that exactly?
Besides Matthew 6.
Okay, there's Luke 14, Isaiah 40:31, 2 Corinthians 9:6, Proverbs 19:17.
A lot of places.
That's a lot to think about.
Yeah, I've got to talk to my parents about this too. Maybe I can give away some of my stuff to kids who need them more than me.
Yeah, see you later, Mr. Jacobs.
Whoa, before you go, here's my order form for the pies.
Oh, yeah, right.
You're getting that many?
Didn't think I'd make you pick vegetables for nothing, did you?
This is great, thanks.
Oh, one more thing, if you could.
Sure, anything.
Want to turn off the radio before you go?
You girls get out of here. I'll get it.
Thanks for listening to the Kids Corner podcast. If you had fun listening, be sure to share it with your friends. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can join us every week. The Kids Corner and other family life podcasts are made possible by your financial support. Learn more at familylife.org.